Have you outgrown your dirt starter hut and you're ready to build your home turf next to the sand and surf? Well, be inspired by this real blueprint for an oceanside beach house. This house has 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms on 2 levels with 1,267 square feet of living space. Go right down that staircase to the sandy beach below, or stay on the covered porch and enjoy the salty ocean air. Imagine making this breezy blue build your next blocky home. Hey y'all, I'm the Southern Ma'am, but all my friends call me Tasoma. Welcome to another episode in the series Blocky Blueprints, where we find an actual IRL blueprint and then we build it in Minecraft. First, we will try to build as close to the blueprint as possible, but then we'll customize it and furnish it for a realtor-style open house. This build is Plan 932-105 on the website houseplans.com, which I will link in the description for y'all. Let's get to building. This sandy island isn't far from our original hut. However, it feels like worlds away. There are sandy beaches, and the interior of the island is full of jungle trees. This will be the perfect place to build our new beach home. I seriously underestimated how much time it would take to prep this construction site. Hang on, it's gonna be worth it. All of that hard labor sure has paid off. Not only can we see the ocean from here, we can see it all the way clear to the other side. This island is fairly narrow in width, so by removing the dirt and the trees in between, we can build with ocean views for both the front and back of the house. Using pink wool blocks, I've laid out the basic outline for the house, but now it's time to fill out that framework. We're going to use a simple 1-to-1 conversion for the measurements for our build. So on the blueprint, 1 foot will just equal 1 Minecraft block. The blueprint clearly denotes 33 feet in width and 46 feet in length for the overall dimensions of the house. Most of the other interior rooms, like the dining and living room and bedrooms, are also clearly laid out with their measurements. However, some of the smaller rooms, like the bathrooms and closets, don't have any measurements listed, so we're going to have to use a little math and a little estimation to fill in those gaps. The wireframe outline of our beach house is now complete. I used pink wool to show the walls and floors of the house, and lime wool for doors and staircases. I didn't include all of those details, however. For example, I didn't include any windows in the wireframe. I find that I really like to see the build in its actual palette before I make all of those design choices. I can already tell that I'm going to want to build a lot more windows than were in our original real blueprint. If I lived in this house, I would want to take advantage of those ocean and jungle views from every angle of the house. The original blueprint image used a bluish siding on the walls that was almost the same color as the ocean behind it. So I laid out a lot of the blue and cyan blocks just to compare to the water. Of course, we have different shades of water in Minecraft based on the biome, but I really like this stripped warped hyphae. It matches almost the color of the warm ocean back there, and then it also has the texture of the horizontal lines that kind of remind me of that siding. So I think this is going to be the main block for the exterior of our build. Now the roof and the stilts were more grayish in color, so I think we'll use this polished tuff. It has some of that bluish green gray tones to it that I think pairs well with the stripped warped wood. And then, of course, we have pale oak for all those white accents. I was cruising right along with this build and I was just going to show the finished exterior. However, I had to stop and record because I was starting to get really frustrated. Does anyone else struggle with building roofs as much as I do? The angle of this roof is really low. It has a low pitch. And therefore, my typical pattern of stairs is not going to cut it for the roof angle compared to our IRL blueprint. Now I switched to slabs, and I think that I finally found the right combination to make a similar angle. However, when I was building the inset with warped hyphae, I forgot that we only have blocks for that material. There are no slabs and no stairs. When I added the tough slabs and stairs on top, I realized that a lot of the hyphae was going to be exposed because I just didn't have the right pattern to match full blocks. I think I finally have it now. It's not perfect, but the angle is as best as I can do with our Minecraft materials in this palette. I did try something a little different with the ridge line. To give it a little bit more of a point, I used wall blocks, and I think that has given it a little more definition down the middle ridge other than just using full blocks or slabs. I think I'm finally okay with this roof, but it was a process. The exterior of our beach house is almost complete. That covered porch spans the width of the whole front of the house, and then the staircase leads right down to that sandy beach. That tricky roof line of polished tuff contrasts nicely with the cyan colors of the warped hyphae and that white of the pale oak. The blueprint showed an optional deck on the back of the house, and of course we're going to build that to take advantage of all these outdoor spaces. Oops, I forgot to build some supports for our deck. The exterior's almost done. We also need to put windows in. I didn't want to build those until we had our room layouts completed. Now it's time for the fun part, laying out the interior of the build. I really think this is probably the most difficult part of these blueprint builds. The blueprints show us the exterior and they show measurements for the interior, but that's the only thing we have to go on. The rest of the interior is up to our imagination and creativity, which is the fun part, but it's also very challenging. Let's come back to a fully finished, fully furnished beach house and take a tour. This beachfront property has stunning ocean views, both to the front and to the back of the property. It is surrounded on either side by dense jungle. Climb the stairs to the main floor and be greeted with this spacious covered porch, perfect for standing and enjoying the salty ocean air. Welcome into this open concept living space. Giant fans help pull that ocean air through for natural cooling. There's plenty of seating for you and your guests with views on every side. Enjoy a peek at the jungle from your dining room or enjoy the built-in aquarium. The kitchen is stocked with all the amenities: dishwasher, stove, refrigerator, plenty of space for cooking and entertaining your guests. There's even an open exposed pantry with plenty of storage space for all your goods. The entryway closet might not seem like much, just a little bit of storage. However, it does hold the ladder up to the attic, which has plenty of storage space, as long as you remember to keep it cleaned up. There are 2 bedrooms and 2 baths on this side of the house. The first bedroom sports a canopy bed, built-in bookshelves, as well as a walk-in closet. Like all the rooms, it has stunning views out all the windows. The full-size bathroom on the hall has plenty of space for a full shower, toilet, sink, and mirrors. The master bedroom is slightly larger, with room for a small seating area, as well as that canopy bed, built-in shelving, bookcases, and a walk-in closet. All your storage needs built right in. Wash away the cares of the day in the master bath with a large shower, double sink, toilet, all the necessities. Wash away the sand and surf of the day in the laundry room, with spaces for plenty of laundry baskets, 2 washers and 2 dryers, soaking area, drying racks, everything you'll need to clean up after a fun day outside. The views from the back deck are just as stunning as from the front. Enjoy the day at your private beach with plenty of fun in the sun, building sand castles, laying out in the shade, or maybe even jumping on your pool floaties and catching some waves. The first floor boasts a spacious garage to store all of your outdoor equipment, like your sand buggy, your fishing rods, even your surfboards. And, of course, don't forget a place to display those ocean trophies. Here we also house the main equipment for the house, like the hot water heater and the HVAC system. Grab your fishing pole and head off through the jungle to your own private fishing dock and enjoy a little ocean fishing. Or jump in a boat and take a sunset ride around the island. Well, what did you think? This build really challenged me to build outside of my comfort zone. In real life, I'm not a big beach goer. I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. However, thinking about going to the beach inspired me to build all the little bits and bobs and details that really make this house come alive. I hope it has inspired you to build outside of your comfort zone too. Good Lord willing and the sun still shines, I'll see you again in the next video. Thank you kindly for watching, and bless your heart.